Madrid is Spain's capital, but it wasn't always the obvious choice. It wasn't the biggest, the richest, or the most historic ones. In fact, it started as a small Moorish outpost on the edge of nowhere. So why did this unlikely city rise to rule an empire and become the heart of modern Spain? Today, Madrid is a bustling capital filled with plazas, palaces, and tourists. So why did Spain choose this city? And how did it rise to become the heart of an empire? Standing in Puerta del Sol, at Spain's Kilometer Zero, Madrid feels like the natural heart of the country. But this feeling of being meant to be is not real. Madrid's rise was far from sure. Why not Seville, Barcelona, Toledo, or Valladolid? Cities with deeper roots, more money, and grander histories. In the 1500s, Madrid was a small, quiet town without a big church, a university, or a river that boats could use. So, why did King Philip II in 1561 pick this unlikely spot as his capital? The answer is that it was just an ordinary place. Madrid was neutral, no powerful groups claimed it, and it was in the middle of everything. The choice didn't make sense, but it would change Spain forever, making a capital almost from nothing. Madrid's story is about a brave big change. Madrid's beginnings go back to the 800s, when the Emir of Córdoba built a fortress called Mayrit on the northern edge of Al-Andalus. Its name, from the Arabic Majra, referred to the underground streams that kept it going on the dry, flat land. Mayrit was a military base, protecting Toledo from Christian kingdoms to the north. Life here was about soldiers and staying alive, a buffer zone between different worlds. In 1085, Christian forces took Mayrit, changing its important role overnight. The mosque became a church, and Christian settlers arrived, but Madrid stayed less important than its neighbors. Its Moorish beginnings could still be seen in its name and winding streets. For hundreds of years, Madrid was a town of less importance, until history stepped in. The year is 1561. Europe was a continent of shifting alliances and burgeoning empires. Amidst this complex tapestry of power, King Philip II, a figure of immense influence and authority, made a decision that surprised Europe, a decision that would alter the course of history for both Spain and the city he chose. He declared Madrid the permanent home, a fixed and unwavering center for his royal court and the sprawling machinery of his government. This was no small matter. It was a deliberate act with far-reaching consequences. Location was absolutely key to this decision. Madrid sat squarely in the middle of the Iberian Peninsula, making it a geographically strategic point, perfect for effectively ruling a vast and ever-expanding empire that spanned continents. Its neutrality, its relative lack of entrenched power structures, was another significant plus in Philip's calculations. Unlike established cities such as Seville or Toledo, Madrid was not dominated by powerful old families who might seek to challenge or curtail the king's absolute power. He sought a clean slate, a place where royal authority reigned supreme. He envisioned a city whose loyalty was directed solely and completely to the king and the crown. Of course, practical things mattered a great deal too in this complex equation. The region boasted excellent hunting grounds in the nearby forests, and, undeniably, King Philip II's personal preferences and inclinations also played a significant part in the final decision. It was a unique opportunity to build a city entirely in his own image and style, a reflection of his vision for Spain. The decision, while ultimately his, was undeniably bold, and even sparked considerable debate and discussion within the royal court. But regardless of the dissenting voices, it irrevocably put Madrid on a completely new and transformative path. Madrid's would rise to prominence on the world stage. When Philip II made the pivotal decision to move the Spanish court to Madrid, it triggered an unprecedented population boom. Almost overnight, Madrid filled up with court members, nobles and their entourages, all eager to be close to the center of power. These individuals sought influence, favor, and a piece of the action in the burgeoning capital. Merchants, sensing new opportunities for trade and profit, flocked to Madrid, eager to supply the growing population with goods from across the vast Spanish Empire and beyond. The city grew at an astonishing rate, but in a messy and largely unplanned way. Infrastructure struggled to keep pace with the rapid influx of people, leading to a chaotic urban sprawl. Narrow medieval streets, never designed for such a large population, became even more congested, and crowded apartment buildings began popping up haphazardly to accommodate the newcomers. Amidst the chaos, grand new squares, like the Plaza Mayor, were constructed as spaces for public gatherings and royal events, while numerous convents offered spiritual solace and played a significant role in the city's social fabric. The old Moorish Alcazar, a testament to Madrid's layered history, was transformed into a magnificent royal palace, befitting the seat of a global empire. The palace became the city's main point, a symbol of royal power and the epicenter of political life. All roads, both literally and figuratively, led to the Alcazar. Madrid was now undeniably the center for government and culture, attracting artists, writers, and intellectuals from across Spain and Europe. It was the beating heart of a global superpower, an empire that stretched across continents and oceans. Its immense wealth, fueling its ambitions and projects, came primarily from the seemingly endless supply of silver extracted from the mines of the Americas. The Plaza Mayor, a grand public space, became the stage for royal announcements, where the decrees of the king were proclaimed to the assembled masses. Bullfights, a popular and often brutal spectacle, were held in the Plaza Mayor, drawing huge crowds and showcasing the bravery and sometimes recklessness of the matadors. And the scary shows of the Inquisition, the autos de fe, were also staged there, serving as stark reminders of the power and reach of the religious authorities. Theatres did very well, flourishing in this environment of cultural ferment and royal patronage, offering entertainment and social commentary to a diverse audience. With Lope de Vega, a prolific and innovative playwright, captivating audiences with his wit and dramatic flair. And Calderón de la Barca, a master of the Spanish Baroque style, pushing the boundaries of dramatic expression and profoundly changing Spanish plays. Velázquez, the court painter, immortalized the royal family and captured the very spirit of the city in his masterful paintings. Yet under the fancy surface of wealth and grandeur, a darker reality lurked. Poverty and crime grew unchecked in the city's dark corners, a stark contrast to the opulence enjoyed by the elite. The gap between rich and poor widened, creating social tensions and unrest. Madrid was a city of opposites, a place where immense wealth and abject poverty existed side by side. The 1700s brought the Bourbons and a new idea for Madrid. After the old Alcázar burned down, the Palacio Real rose, a fancy masterpiece as good as Europe's best. Charles III, the best mayor, started big changes, paved streets, oil lamps, and modern sewers. He ordered grand landmarks to be built: the Prado Museum, Royal Observatory, and Botanical Garden, creating a hill of the sciences. The Paseo del Prado was changed with grand fountains and wide streets, celebrating smart thinking and art. The messy Habsburg city was covered with neat classic designs and green public spaces. Madrid became more open, grand, and focused on its people. The Bourbons reshaped the capital, setting the stage for the modern city. Ideas from the Enlightenment left a lasting mark on Madrid's identity. The 1900s pushed Madrid into Spain's deepest fights. During the Civil War, the city became a symbol of Republican resistance, going through a terrible siege and constant bombing. Franco's win brought a dictatorship. Madrid was reshaped as the regime's showpiece, with monuments like the Victory Arch showing the city's scars. The lively culture of the Republic was stopped, replaced by strict old-fashioned ways. Waves of people from the countryside caused fast, often messy growth, splitting the city between a grand center and sprawling suburbs. After Franco's death, democracy brought a burst of creativity, the Movida Madrilena, bringing back Madrid's lively culture. The city took back its streets and its spirit, forming a new, democratic identity. Madrid came out of dictatorship looking forward, not back. Today, Madrid is a top global city. Lively, diverse, and proud of its past. Its skyline has modern towers, while the golden triangle of art brings millions to the Prado, Reina Sofia, and Thyssen-Bornemisza. Picasso's Guernica stands as a strong reminder of strength. The city's nightlife, theatre and festivals are full of energy, while football giants Real Madrid and Atletico spark local passion and global fame. Madrid's streets mix languages and cultures. Its restaurants and parades show a lively, welcoming spirit. From royal palaces to artsy neighborhoods, Madrid is both very Spanish and truly international. It's a city comfortable with itself, always moving forward. Madrid's story is about being made on purpose, not by fate. Chosen by royal order, it became the center of Spain through strong will, not old customs. Each time period left its mark: Habsburg grandeur, Bourbon smartness, Franco's strict rule, and democratic creativity. Madrid's location, central but challenging, forced it to become the nation's hub, holding Spain together. The city's toughness and ability to change shaped its special character. Madrid shows the power of an idea, a united Spain ruled from its heart. Today's busy, world-class big city is the result of hundreds of years of changing itself. Madrid was made a capital by order, but it became a big city by what was meant to be. Like and subscribe for more travel history adventures.